Hello, everyone. All right, so today we are talking joint movements. Day number 1 of our educational course, which is the exam prep course for personal trainers. Anyone, fitness enthusiasts, PE teachers, homeschool parents, if you want to get educated on fitness-based curriculum, the number 1 career choice for that is personal trainers. So why not help you and take the knowledge that we use to get certified as personal trainers and teach it to everyone so that you can teach your students, you can teach your kids, and or if you so choose, why not get certified yourself? Maybe add a little extra income to your life, all right? So day 1 of that course, we teach joint movements. Now, why are joint movements so important, okay? So what do I mean by joint movements? If I have my elbow right here and I bend it, this is known as flexion. A decreasing of the joint angle. So see how it's at about 130 degrees right here? Now I decrease it to about 90. There's 45. And if I go back out, that's the opposite, known as extension. So increasing the joint angle is extension. Decreasing, that's why we flex, decreasing that joint angle. Every joint can do certain movements. Certain joints can do certain movements. Some are capable of more. Your shoulder has all types of movements versus your elbow, which only has flexion and extension, all right? Flexion, decreasing the joint angle. Extension, increasing the joint angle. Very important to understand what the joints are capable of so that you can create workouts around each of those movements. In order to keep your joints healthy, maintaining muscle balance for like a push and a pull, you need to maintain muscle balance and or symmetry. So you must perform what the joint is capable of. The knee is capable of, same as the elbow, flexion, extension. So let's scoot on back and I'll show you. All right, so if I go into a squat, my knee is extending as I come up. Now, the knee is like a gate or a door, it opens or it closes. The elbow, like a gate, it opens or it closes. The hips, the shoulders, and the spine are capable of so much more, whereas the hip is working during a squat, but if I also do an extend or an abduction, meaning to the side, or an abduction to the side, I don't remember what I said, or an adduction, bringing it in, I can also do external rotation, internal rotation, external rotation, internal rotation. I need to have some form of movement and or strength training within those movements to keep your joints sound. So we don't overdevelop in one way or another. That's what keeps us healthy. Lifelong fitness is about performing movements we will use today and when we're 100, right? So we must understand our joint movements so that we know we're programming for all of those joint movements. The second layer of that knowledge is what's important, meaning how often are we using those movements and or what type of situation are those movements being performed. What do I mean? Squats, getting up out of a chair. We do that on a regular daily basis, right? We don't do too much hip external rotation unless we're opening up for like a sport performance type movement, right? So less important, but not important. It's very important, but of less priority than your squats and or hip extension, knee extension. Most major movements of the lower body, as I'll go as far as to say all movements of the lower body of significant importance are hip extension, knee extension, getting up out of a chair for correlation to regular everyday life. Now, another reason why this is so important for programming. Squats, deadlifts, and lunges all perform hip extension and knee extension. But squats, deadlifts, and lunges can be performed differently, and people are gonna like squats, deadlifts, or lunges differently. So if you have a student who just can't quite grasp a deadlift, try a lunge. Same joint movements, same benefit essentially because it's the same joint movements. The same muscles are going to be working in the same type of joint movement. You're going to get the same results, nearly identical results. Everything has a slight differential because of stability and movement patterns, but you're going to get very, 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 very similar results. So if someone hates deadlifts, someone taller maybe perform lunges instead and say, all right, here's your choices. You can do squats, you can do deadlifts, or you can do lunges. Tell your students, pick one, try it out, see if you like it. Now try the other. Now try the other. And if you find one you really like, teach them the varieties of those movements. For examples, squats. We can do barbell back squats. We can do barbell front squats. We can do dumbbell squats. We can do goblet squats. We can do overhead squats. We can do split squats, which is getting into a little variety because guess what? Split squats are actually a form of a lunge. Now we're getting into the technical cognitive thinking aspects of fitness and applying a little bit of personalization to it, individualization to it. So once you start to understand the necessities of programming, you really get to have fun with the programming. It's not just go do this because you have to do this. We want you to understand intelligently why we do certain things so that we can understand and have reason to it. Applying reason, applying the why, lesson 2 in the course is applying the reason why, because you need to have a reason why we do certain things. All right, so let's get back to standing. So squats and deadlifts. If I say I'm in a squat position, I'm here, right? And I start up top and I just drop low. What's different than that than a deadlift where I'm here and I just pick the weight up? Essentially the same weight. It's just, the only real difference is your starting point. Deadlifts, you start down low. Squats, you start up high. Same exact movement pattern. But here's the kicker. What if those cause my lower back to be a little bit aggravated, right? Now, the reason why is when I'm in this position and I go down, the first thing I get is a pelvic movement. See how I go forward and backwards? That's a little bit of a pelvic tilt that the squat and or deadlift get initiated with, also known as a hip hinge. I finish the squat by bringing my pelvis back in alignment and unhinging it, but I initiate with that type of movement, and then which is a kettlebell swing essentially, right? Now, what happens if I have lower back issues? I can do a lunge. Now look at my pelvis when I lunge. Forward lunge and or reverse lunge. My pelvis is not affected because my pelvis remains neutral while I'm doing lunges. My pelvis will move while squatting. My pelvis will shift or tilt or hinge while I'm deadlifting, but it will remain neutral while I'm doing a lunge. Joint movements guide you to the information that you need, or understanding joint movements guide you to the information that allows you to think, create, and then master and manipulate for a better workout because you understand exactly what's going on. So that's why it's day number 1 in our course. Exam prep for any fitness enthusiast, personal trainer, or PE teacher and or homeschool parent who wants to learn more on their fitness journey so that they can help others. We teach you all the steps of why certain things are important and then get you ready to sit for your exam if you so choose to take your exam. All right? Maybe it's for you. Maybe it's for your friends. Maybe you're a teacher and you have other colleagues involved. Maybe you're a homeschool parent and you want to teach your kids better methods for their health and fitness journey. Because fitness is a lifelong journey that will be with us. We only get one body, and there's no cheating your way through it. You don't get to use an iPhone like you can in math for your calculator, right? This is your unit. This is your machine. This is your body. Take good care of it, and it will take care of you. The more you know about how to take care of it, the better off you will be. That's our message for today. All right. So you guys go out, be awesome, be amazing. And if you're interested in the course, go sign up. It is education.strongertogetheracademy.com/prep. I'll type that into the comments right now. education.strongertogetheracademy.com/exam prep. education.strongertogetheracademy.com/exam prep. For anyone who wants to learn more, understand, and get the foundational basis of fitness and really truly become a fitness expert, this is the course for you. It's live, it's educational. It is scenario-based, live learning, where we teach you and then have you learn to think for yourself. All right, that's all I have for today. You guys go out, be awesome, be amazing. Thank you.